All right, so for today's lesson, we are going to look at one example usage of the logic case entity. And what the logic case entity does is it allows you to plug in multiple different outcomes, and then we can either choose them specifically, or in the case of today's lesson, we're going to go ahead and do it randomly. And then when we play around with our logic compare, we'll combine them and everything. But for today, we're just going to do a sort of a random chance type scenario with the logic case. And we're going to use it in the example that I'm going to show it to open some doors. And then I'm going to have you guys do something a little bit different with it, just to kind of show the flexibility of what this entity can be used for. So first, let's take a look at the sample here. Alright, so get rid of the head grab. Alright, so over here we have 6 doors and a table and a button. So I'm going to go ahead and press the button, and one of the doors opens. And there's going to be a 3-second delay, and then the door closes. The 3 seconds is basically the time for the button to reset, and then all the doors will close to make sure that we don't have any remaining open. So now the button's reset. It's been 3 seconds. I'll go over and hit the button again. Different door opens. Count to 3. Door closes. Hit it again. Now that door opened. And I can just keep pressing this every 3 seconds, and a different door will open every single time. And it can even repeat the same door. There's a way to prevent that, which we'll look at. But first, let's go ahead and set this up. So let's go to the editor. And what I want you to do is set up something that looks like this. I want you to take your doors. We're going to put 6 of them. So if you don't remember how to do those, we're going to go to our Entity tool, Objects, Prop, Door Rotating, drop that in, double click it, and we're going to name it Door 1, Door 2, Door 3. So we're going to have 6 of them in total. For the world model, so I'm going to go ahead and name this one Door 7, but you're going to have 6 total. So Door 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've already got 6, so mine is 7. All right, for world model, we're going to browse, and in your filter box right here, type in Door 01, and you should see the very first door here that comes up. We're looking for prop C17, door 01 left. This is the animated door. It's already set for us to use as a door, so it's a great choice because we don't have to do anything else to it. It's a rotating door by default. You can play with the skins if you'd like. Okay, we've got a bunch of skins. Click OK, apply, and then go ahead and rotate it into position, whatever you need to do. So mine's a little bit stuck in the ground here, so first I'm going to rotate it by going to transform. I'm going to rotate on the z-axis 90 degrees, and then I'll get it out of the ground. Okay, there we go. So here's my door, and I'll go ahead and add it to the line with the rest of them. Okay, so step 1, you're going to put in 6 doors, and we're going to go ahead and name those doors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you look at my doors, this is door 1, door 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's my doors. And then, of course, 7 that I put in for the example. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and drop in a table or a block. I don't really care what you put here, but on it, we're going to take our block tool, and you're going to go ahead and draw a box, and we're going to use that box as a button. Okay, so we're just going to set it right on top of the table here. Put whatever material you want on it. Doesn't really matter. I use this little buttony looking stuff here, but really doesn't matter, okay? So we're going to take our block tool. We're going to draw out a box on top of this table. Then we're going to right click on it in the two-dimensional view. So I'm going to take my selector, click on it, right click, tie to entity, and we're going to select func button. Okay, we're going to turn it into a button. All right, so once you hit func button, click apply a couple times, and then we're going to go ahead and name this guy. So I named it button logic case because that's the example we're doing. So here's my button. This is what it looks like. I named it. On the flags, let's go ahead and mark don't move because we don't want the buttons sliding around the table. Use activates. All right. Now the next thing we're going to add is this entity right here. So this is called a logic case. And the picture of it kind of almost explains what it does. It has an input and then it has a whole bunch of options here. So we're going to go to our entity tool, objects, logic case. Okay, logic case. You're going to drop that in, open it, and we'll go ahead and name it. So I named mine logic case example. And then you'll see we've got a whole bunch of cases here. Okay, so we can have a total of 16 different options that this thing can do. So let's go to the outputs and look at the outputs on this thing. So you'll notice there are 6 outputs. So I click add, on case. So let's do on case 7 because I have that 7th door. Target entity named. Well, I want it to be this door right here. So you can take the eyedropper and select it if you want. Or you can type it in, your choice. Via this input, what do I want the door to do? I want it to open. So I'm going to go down to open, and I'll click apply. And we're going to do that for the case for all the doors. So it's going to be case 1, door 1, open. Case 2, door 2, open. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. And then of course I have 7 and 7. So I only need you to do 6, but I did 7 for the example. All right. So case 1 goes with door 1 and so forth. All right. Let's go ahead and hit apply. We'll close that guy up, and then let's go back to our button. Okay, so on our button, we're going to go to our outputs, and we're going to say on pressed, so we'll click add, on pressed, logic case example, so it's going to talk to this, and then we're going to say via this input, and you'll notice we have a couple of different things here. We can pick random or we can pick random shuffle. So pick random will pick any of the cases that are available. So if you've got 6 doors, it will randomly pick one of the 6. And it could pick the same one twice. It can pick any of the 6 at any time. Pick random shuffle will pick a random one, but then once it picks it, it won't pick that one again until all the rest of them are picked. All right, so let's just do pick random. Hit apply. All right, now the next thing we need to do is we're going to reset this. So every time I push this button, after 3 seconds, here's our delay, 3 seconds for the button to reset. I want the doors to close so I can press it again and try my luck again to see which door opens. So on my outputs, I'm going to click add, on pressed, door 1, close. And then I can copy and paste and it'll give me another one. And we're just going to go through the list. So I need to close door number 7. So you're going to have an on press door 1, on press door 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, close, 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 close. Now notice these have a 3-second delay. So when we press the button, it's going to go to the logic case, it's going to pick a random door, and it's going to open it. After 3 seconds, this button, is going to close all the doors. Okay? So watch what happens. I click the button, it goes to the logic case and tells it to pick a random. So the logic case comes in here and it picks a random. Door 4, open. So it's going to pop open door number 4. On the button, after 3 seconds, then the button is going to close all the doors. So the logic case is going to open one of them, then a button is going to close all of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this out and see how it works. All right, reload. Kill the head. All right, there's my 7th door over there. Come over, hit the button. Random door, 1, 2, 3. Door should close. Button. Door number 1, 1, 2, 3. Door closes. Is that door 4? 1, 2, 3. Door should close. Oh, door 7. 1, 2, 3. Door closes. And we could just play this all day long. Okay, so look, that time it picked door 7 twice. So that's the difference between pick random and pick shuffle. All right, so for today's example, we're going to use random. And when we come back to this entity, I'm going to show you how to specify which case it's going to pick, where if you want it to open specifically door 4 or door 6 or something like this. But for today, we're just going to do totally random, and it's going to pick whatever, just one of the random doors. So we'll start with this today, and then we'll add to this in a future lesson. But for today, it's just going to be almost like a random, casino-y type thing where we're just picking one of the random. And we'll do 6. That should be good for today.